Hello, everyone. It's Fred again from Notes of a Nomad, number 63, I believe. Well, it's been a busy week. I just want to continue, though, with the saga of what I've been doing, maybe some point in time. As I said, my grandchildren say, oh, he did that too. So when I left NCR Comten after finding out that their products couldn't do what they had promised, and that's not a good situation, I was recruited, got a phone call from a recruiter or a headhunter, as they were known, and found out there was a company called Datagram, which is based in Quebec. And they have what they call data compressors, where you could put more data over your communication lines than you would normally be able to do because it compressed the data. So Datagram was an interesting situation. Uh, they were expanding, wanted to do more sales. What I've got up on the screen is a advertisement that appeared in 1988, which is approximately when I joined them. And they were obviously being very aggressive. This is an advertisement from Computer World in 1988, talking about their steamer data compressors. And what happened was they hired two salespeople in Toronto simultaneously, hired both of us, but subsequently discovered there wasn't a great situation because although we did go to Montreal and we were wined and dined and met the president of the company, and they had a big sort of get together with all the people in the company, and we went out to had some fantastic meals in the old Montreal restaurants, which is amazing. So that was the highlight of be working for Datagram. The challenge was that the manager in Toronto didn't want to hire anyone and didn't want us there. And the situation was he's put the two of us, the two new salespeople, Ben and myself, in a room next to him and his secretary. All the incoming calls would come. They would screen them, and if it sounded like a good potential sale, the sales manager would handle it. If it was just a lead that was nothing, we would get them. He didn't want us to make any sales because he didn't want to hire any additional people. He liked having all of Toronto to himself, but head office in Quebec insisted that he hired two salespeople. So he did what he was told. He hired two salespeople, but he made sure that they didn't get any leads that were worthwhile. He handled all the sales, continued to show them that they didn't need to hire two more salesmen. He was doing all the sales anyway. So why would they hire these two individuals? So I probably lasted there maybe a year. Ben and I didn't last very long when we got the situation, but that was the next job I had after NCR Comten. This past week has been very interesting, working on a couple presentations for one for Toastmasters, which is tomorrow, on evaluations and the value of what I call the secret sauce. So that's a presentation I have tomorrow at a club meeting at the Toastmasters Club. And then on Tuesday next week with the Success Circle run by Lowell Ann in Victoria. I'm doing a follow-up actually on that presentation, but going a little bit further, which is how to suggest and support a change in behavior. And that's because we're in the world of change. In fact, yesterday was a fascinating presentation by one of the fellows in the Success Circle on who moved my cheese. And that's again an interesting perspective on we are face change and how we handle it. We sometimes we're not interested in handling it, or we do try and change. So that was a very well done presentation and on how different people handle change, on who moved my cheese. And next week I'll be doing a presentation. So Other than that, the only other highlight was the fellow next door invited me for a drink on the upper deck of his boat. And so we and a few other people had a chat last week about the world in general, and things are changing. So with that, I'll say adios, au revoir, wishing you, your family, and friends lots of love and laughter. So bye for now from Fred, the Notes of a Nomad.